How's it going, garden people? Welcome to the Hidden Gardens. Let's take a little walk through the dog yard area, see how things are going back here, and we'll talk dahlias at the end of the video. Right here we have a double centura, double blue lilac. You can check out my shorts because it's already past its bloom time. And next up is a bloomerang lilac, which is absolutely stunning for this video. Next up we'll have the Tinkerbell lilac, and then there's also a President Gray lilac that I've yet to see bloom yet. So I keep all these lilacs in pots, and I think that helps give them a little bit more chill hours because they're rated pretty low. I'm a zone 7, so all these lilacs definitely need a certain amount of chill hours. And they've been doing well in pots. I can probably plant them in the ground and they'd be okay. But particularly because this is a dog area, it helps to have them in the pots. This Be Right Back lilac is doing a little bit of a flopping situation. I'm not sure what's quite going on, but I'll get to doing a little bit of pruning once the blooms peter out, and do some fertilizing, maybe spruce up the pots, we'll see, change things up a little bit. This is the President Gray. It is putting on some good growth this year. Last year was not as big, so we'll kind of keep an eye on it, see what's happening, if we ever get to see a bloom from it. But foliage is certainly nice and pretty for this time of year, and green's always nice to have in the garden. Next up is the Fluffy Arborvitae, and it's doing well. It's starting to get more of its regular color back, though I've yet to fertilize this area for this particular video, so I'm sure it could probably use a little bit of plant tone. I'll probably give it. But it's been doing well in this spot, putting on a bit of growth. Really pretty tree. This one's a little bit more in the sun than the other two I have. And you can tell as far as the color comes out quite a bit more in that aspect. Next up I have a Wine and Spirits Weigella in bloom. Super, super pretty. I moved this one. It was out front. It wasn't doing well. I actually wasn't even sure it was alive. Other than, a little bit of sign. So I'm glad to see it's bloomed out. That replaced a Laura petalum that didn't make it. Over here we have a Alabama Beauty camellia, which is really, really pretty when it blooms. Nice bright pink blooms. And Picture Perfect Catmint, which is doing very, very well. So I'm super, super pleased with the performance of this particular catmint. Really nice, low growing, very pretty. Back over here we have a Bigfoot Cleara that was looking a little rough for a bit, but we've got some new growth coming out, so we're gonna keep an eye on that, kind of cross our fingers, hope that gets past its initial planting situation and starts to get on better track. This soft serve cypress has definitely put on some growth since I planted it. Really pretty tree, pretty impressed with that. Then over here we have a bunch of catmint. There is some grasses in between, and there's some camellias. Now, the camellias that I originally planted over here did not make it. I have replaced pretty much all of them in these boxes, but this one is looking a little rough. All the camellias that were planted in here previously, I fall planted, which for me and getting out and watering, I think I do better with spring planting, so that's what I've done here. But however, the two camellias on these sides were a little rough already. I also did put these yardline viburnum in here as well, so it dispersed throughout camellia, viburnum, so on and so forth throughout. And here is a Blackhawk's grass that's trying to poke through the catmint. So the catmint's gonna bloom. I'll cut it back a bit, hopefully give this Black Hawk's grass some chances to grow up. I am debating switching out the catmint for either something else or a catmint that's smaller like cat's pajamas. We'll see. But the yardline viburnum is growing really, really nicely over here. So we'll see about the camellias. We'll see if they do better for spring planting. The one in the middle and towards the ends, those are taking fairly well and putting on some new growth. So I think the ones to the right here, these first two, might have just been a little bit too much struggling in their cans to begin with this spring. So we'll kind of see. Still got some checking out to do, trying to be patient. This camellia in the middle is a Leslie Ann camellia, so I'm hoping they'll come through. They're really, really pretty plants, especially when they bloom. So we'll kind of take it in stride. At least the two camellias that I've planted in this dog area in the ground have done really, really well. The two little catmint right there are Junior Walker, but the catmint throughout these back boxes is a mix of Walker's Low, and then I believe there's two Blue Wonder catmints as well. So those get really, really big. So I think they're kind of smushing the Black Hawk's grass. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Like I said, I'll cut it back, and hopefully the Black Hawk's grass will endure. Here's one of the other camellias that's at least putting on some new growth. So it is taking. So again, we'll keep an eye on things, but so far I'm pretty pleased as to how things are going along, and this is a great area to kind of check things out and change things up. And that's part of the gardening fun, is seeing things come together and changing things out and just enjoying things. Here's another soft serve cypress that is doing really, really well. It's put on quite a bit of growth, so I'm pretty excited about that. Those are really, really pretty tree. And of course, it wouldn't be the garden if there wasn't a bunny or two hanging around. Bunnies aplenty in the garden here. And I did do a front yard video not that long ago for all of these plants up in this front yard garden, if you want to go back and check that out. And then over here I have another camellia, as well as another catmint, same as on the other side. And again, this camellia is doing really well, just like the other camellia on the other side. In the ground planting, they are holding, so they're hardy down to zone 7. So it's, you know, if we get a really cold winter, it's something to keep an eye on. But we're giving it a shot, and so far so good with the ones in the ground. This one is an early wonder camellia and has beautiful bright pink blooms as well. I've tried to stick to all dog-friendly plantings over in the dog yard area, so we're kind of seeing how things are going there. Right now I've put a bunch of dahlias in pots that I grew from seed this year. I just put them here for now. We'll see where I'm going to put them ultimately. Dahlias are toxic to dogs, so I'll probably move them out of this area. And as I was planting the seed ones, I figured I'd check on the ones I overwintered. And much to my surprise, all the ones I overwintered actually did really well. So all of these are Floret Dahlias. So all Floret Original Dahlias that I grew from seed last year. So while I was caring for these dahlias, a bunch of little baby birds were also being cared for. So I hope that this video inspires you to get out in your garden and continue along on your gardening journey, whatever that looks like for you. And thank you for coming along on mine.